So, how many of you are familiar with the woke content detector's curated list of games? I shit you not. This is an actual thing. And I need to see if I can make this bigger because this is absolutely fucking nuts. Okay, here we go. Let me know if you can see this. So you may have saw this. There is a Steam community group called Woke Content Detector. I can't fucking get over this. All right, wait a minute. So listen to this. The goal of this group is let me. All right, I should professional voice. The goal of this group is to provide a way for people to share information about capital W woke content in games. See the pinned topics and general discussion for more information on how we operate. This group is open for anyone to join, and newcomers are encouraged to help us grow slash improve the curated list of games. So right, fantastic question. Fantastic question. What makes a game woke? So let's take a look at their methodology. And as an educator, I'm particularly curious to know. Oh, what do we mean by woke? Let's see if we can figure this out together, you and I. So, taking a look at this, can I make this? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's really zoom in here. So, quote unquote woke content includes any images, messages, character storytelling, dialogue, music, or game mechanics that include themes associated with the left side of the political aisle in contemporary Western politics. Here's where it gets really interesting. These themes include things like, hold on to your ass for this, pro LGBTQ plus messaging, pro DEI messaging. For those of you that don't know, DEI stands for diversity, inclusion, and equity and inclusion. Pro climate action messaging, pro communism slash socialism messaging, pro abortion messaging. I'll not say messaging for everything. You can assume that that's what I'm doing. So pro abortion, pro pedophilia. What? What? This is wild. What the fuck? I what? Okay, moving on. Pro-immigration, pro-transhumanism. Oh, we're just talking about that. Anti-Western society, anti-human. So wait, how could you be pro-transhumanism and anti-human at the same time? Can somebody answer me that, please? Anti-colonialism, anti-capitalism, anti-heterosexual because the straights just can't fucking, go a day without reminding us they're straight. Anti-patriarchy, anti-white, anti-family, anti-free speech, anti-gun, so on and so forth. Okay. So that's their quote unquote methodology. And I don't think I need to tell you that their methodology is in a word, flawed. So, for example, here's a classic thing here. Female characters in fantasy games. Do you think quote overt is too excessive for a few women in unrealistic roles in unrealistic fantasy games? I fear we're going to call almost every JRPG woke if this will be all it takes to be overtly pro DEI. Tifa is woke because she can punch a giant monster to death, and anti woke because she's sexy and has great assets. Guys, you can talk about titties. It's we're all adults here. You don't have to say assets, you don't have to be cute about it. You could just say breast or titties and butt. That's totally fine. So this is the sort of thing that the woke content detectors are here in the culture war fight against wokeness. So I'm before we get into some of the examples, I'm very curious to know what you all think because this shit is wild. Like fucking wild to me. Pro pedophilia is the opposite of, well, you would think, right? Like nobody on the left, and I consider myself to be a fairly strong leftist. I've never met anybody on the left who is pro pedophilia. They think pro pedophilia and pro LGBT plus are the same thing. Yeah, like it's fucking bizarre. And there's a sentence that's been floating around online called "Every accusation is a confession." It sounds like a generalization, but swear to God, every time I've seen, not every time, I'm being overly, blanketed statement here, but for a lot of people who make accusations that such and such is a pedophile or such and such game is promoting pedophilia or this and that, it turns out that they were actually groomers themselves. See, Doctor Disrespect. So, it's just, mm, but okay. This is their quote unquote methodology. Now, I should behoove you to say that this is not exactly what we call a methodology. A methodology, in academic terms, is more along the lines of here's what we did, A, B, C, D list of how we approached our research, how we approached our topic, what sort of frameworks we use, etc. This is not actually a methodology. This is just a bunch of horseshit that people who are too butthurt about progressive values put together to justify their hatred. So let's take a look at some examples of games that are too woke, and I'd be curious to know if you are too woke as well. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. First of all, Baldur's Gate 3, not recommended. Review: contains overly pro LGBT plus messaging, non-binary slash other option available for identity in the main character creation menu, uses body type instead of male and female, optional homosexual romance. That's woke, is it? Darkwing says I'm half tempted to try some of those woke games as a recommended. Oh, absolutely. 100%. I heard it as we expected of others, what we would have done ourselves. Oh, that's a great way to interpret it, honestly. So that's Baldur's Gate 3. Hey, Warhawk, how you doing? Nice to see you again. We're talking about woke games. Yeah, let's this is woke, is it? Uses the word body type instead of male and female. Optional gay romance. Alright. Let's look at let's see, let's look at Starfield. Speaking of Bethesda. Review: contains overtly pro LGBT plus and overtly pro DEI messaging. Whatever that means. Pronoun selection, including the option for they them. Uses body type 1 and 2 instead of male female. Improbably diverse NPCs in all areas. What does that mean, do you think? Let's parse this sentence like the intelligent beings that we are. Improbably diverse NPCs in all areas. Now, just because this could just be me. Maybe I'm making an assumption, but I could swear that reads as just a dog whistle for racism. I could be wrong, but improbably diverse. Let's really break this down. I promise we'll get to Fallout in a minute. So improbable means not very likely, right? Diverse NPCs. Well, they don't really say what diverse is, right? So let's parse this. Diverse, do you mean body size? Are there fat people in space? Are there men and women, and is it, are they in space? What could diverse mean? Are they talking about religious diversity, or could it be that they're talking about race? Now, color me crazy, but I think they're talking about race. I think they mean race, which boggles my mind because one, fictional setting, two, fantasy slash sci-fi in space in the future. So how is this improbable, and why does this matter? No, Warhawk. Let's be clear. They definitely mean people of color in space. This list was made by someone who's yet to find a town of over 100 people, and they're all white wasp. And to be clear, I am an Italian. I'm an Irish Italian American. I am, white. If you want to color that umbrella, I know some Italians are like up in arms about being called white, but whatever. That's a whole fucking other discussion. So I am saying this as somebody who is white, who has white privilege, right? And you can't tell me that this just isn't just a racist dog whistle. You can't. You can't. Yeah, quote unquote white. Plastic, how you doing? Let's see what else we have on here. Here we go. Call of Duty. Let's look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Contains overtly pro LGBTQ plus images, multiple pride flag calling cards and emblems. Ooh, careful with the late. What happened? Can't play Call of Duty. Call of Duty's now too woke. Warhawk says I'm a Jewish transfer from Israel. People hate both sides of the aisle for totally different and not at all anti-Semitic reasons. Right, right, right. Yeah, Call of Duty is now woke. Not just one Call of Duty, but all of the Modern Warfare re-release titles. Here we go. No More Heroes. Wait, we have something different here. Hold on. No More Heroes 3 contains subtly pro LGBT imagery. There is rainbow graffiti present on one of the buildings. It's too woke. Here we go. Here we go. Wait. Speaking of Fallout, wait, hold on. Hold on. I need you. I need you all to see this. I promise we'll get to Fallout 4 in just a second. So, okay. These are all Bethesda. Skyrim Special Edition. Woke. Contains subtly pro queer messaging. I'm just gonna say queer in place of LGBTQ plus. Contains subtly pro DEI messaging, homosexual marriage options, an NPC in Right One ask you whether the sight of a strong Nord woman offends you. Clearly, the game is too woke. It's just too woke. Oblivion recommended contains no woke content. Oblivion is a recommended game by the woke content detector. It has no woke content. Let's look at Morrowind. Contains queer messaging, optional homoeroticism, so you can be an optional gay. Crassus Curios speaks in a sexually suggestive way and has the player engage in homoerotic behavior to progress the story. Pro or anti is unclear. So, could be gay. Watch out for gays, straights, because you might catch the gay. Let's look at Fallout. Fallout 4 contains subtly pro queer messaging and homosexual romance options. Fallout 4 might be a touch too woke for us to play on Twitch. Fallout New Vegas contains queer themes without specific messaging, many minor queer NPCs. A possible companion has dialogue about her experiences as a homosexual, light social commentary. Let me. Okay, let me talk a little bit about Fallout 4, or Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas lets you take for the first thing, it lets you play as a bisexual. A lot of people miss this because you can take the like if you're a woman, you can take the perks that let you smooth talk a man, do more damage, and smooth talk women and do more damage, and the same thing if you're a dude. So first of all, you can roleplay as a bisexual, which is fucking great. And like for a game that came out in 2010 of all games, you know what I mean? Like that was like mind blowing to me that you could roleplay as a bisexual. Um, Hey, Cortex Kid, are you too woke for video games? You're joining us for our Fallout 4 preamble, where we talk about games being woke. I used to think I was a straight guy, now I'm a trans lesbian. Yeah, clear. You know what, Warhawk? It's because you played woke video games. You played too much Celeste, and now you're here with us, just transited. Fuck me. How you doing, Cortex? So Fallout New Vegas lets you roleplay as a bisexual. Fucking awesome. Great. Fantastic. I know because it's just a meme. It's a meme. Like don't take it's a platforming game. Don't take it seriously. Um, Contains queer themes without specific messaging. Uh, no idea what that means. What could they be referring to? Many minor queer NPCs again, like that's some sort of issue. Possible companion has dialogue about her experience as a homosexual. So first of all, they're talking right here about Veronica. And conveniently, they're also leaving out Arcade because Arcade Gannon is gay. So it's really interesting how they focus on women and people of color. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure it's just a coincidence though. And light social commentary. Let me fucking tell you something. If you play any Fallout game, but particularly New Vegas, 3 and 4 to some extent as well, but we're talking about the first two and New Vegas in particular. Um, there is no light social commentary. The games are very, very clear in their text about the themes of war and of survival and of the Illuminati. Thank you, Basil. How you doing today? Woke is meme? Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. Um, if I'm kind of reminded of that cool wasteland. Me, hold on. Let me see if I can find it online. Probably not, with my luck. Oh, okay, here. So this is what people who make these kinds of lists don't understand, right? So, talking about Fallout, war dehumanizes no fighting it. Consumerism is unsustainable and will bring down the world with us. Class disparity and racism are bad. American exceptionalism is suicidal and destructive worldview. These are they're not even in the subtext, they're very much in the text. I mean, you could also argue that it's in the subtext too, but the series is very, very much prominent about saying, hey, look, these are our morals. These are what we are arguing for. Not so much in the Bethesda ones, but definitely in Fallout New Vegas. So I don't understand how people can say light social commentary when the entire game, I'm gonna sneeze this ad, when the entire game is social commentary. Yeah, the model's a little weird. Sometimes the glasses don't screw around. I'm not sure why. So the WoW cool wasteland, these are these woke people. So, it's Borderlands Enhanced contains no woke content. Team Fortress 2 contains like I can't, like, part of me wants to be like, I can't take this shit seriously because it is so ridiculous. And then part of me has to remind myself that there are people who legitimately think this way, who think that the inclusion of a person of color is woke, that the inclusion of a woman is woke, that the inclusion of queer messaging or uh any sort of anti-capitalist or even questioning capitalism, things like that, like this is woke. Um and it's absolutely fucking wild to me that people will say light social commentary on Fallout. Like, I wonder if I need to see if before we move on, I just want to see if Metal Gear is on here. Not here. Interesting. Interesting. Baldur's Gate, not recommended. Gay. I can't with this shit. So, like, I would love to know. Portal contains no woke content. Wait, I haven't seen this. Hold on. Uh, Portal 2 contains subtly anti-patriarchy messaging. All male characters are portrayed negatively as less competent than female characters. Talk about way to miss the point. Holy shit, way to miss the point. I'm fucking stunned. mm, mm. Left 4 Dead 2, no woke content. Final Fantasy 6, no woke content. Y'all, I fucking can't with this. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Yeah, right. Well, no, no. There's Wheatley and then there's Cave Johnson. We can't, fucking hell. So, Blastic, I don't know if you missed it when we were talking about it. So they're describing woke as basically anything that's left of center. So anything that has progressive values, anything that's pro LGBT, uh, anti-capitalism, pro diversity, pro people of color, pro BIPOC, et cetera, right? These are all that they're calling the definitions of woke. And I am just a fucking stupefied. And Basil's absolutely right. Basil is 100% right. Like there is no critical thinking, and it leads me to wonder, like, how much of this is due to just the lack of critical thinking, how much of it is we're not encouraging people to critically think, how much is it that people are just repeating what they're hearing, like it's fucking wild to me. And what's even wilder is that, like, people, and again, I don't want to make a blanket statement like all people or whatever, or even the majority of people, but a lot of people don't seem to understand the concept of text and subtext and like kind of reading between the line and parsing things. You know, like does that make sense? Like,
Requires reading though.
if what reading? Sorry, I'm trying to get a vortex to play nice. Let's see if it will. Like an updated society. Yeah, right. Exactly. Preci- Precisimo. Precisimo.